In the heart of Kruger National Park, South Africa, where golden savanna stretches beneath a boundless sky, a female elephant named Thandi had become the focus of the park's rangers for months. Known for her serene and approachable nature, Thandi was pregnant, her belly swelling to an astonishing size that left the staff both intrigued and apprehensive. From the moment they noticed her extraordinary condition, the rangers committed to watching her every move, determined to safeguard her through this mysterious pregnancy. To track Thandi across the park's vast 19,000 square kilometers, the team equipped her with a state-of-the-art GPS collar. This allowed them to pinpoint her location among the acacia-dotted plains and dense mopane woodlands. For weeks, Thandi appeared robust, grazing lazily on grasses and stripping leaves from low branches. Yet her belly continued to grow far beyond the norm for an elephant pregnancy, raising questions among the staff. At first, they wondered if she might be carrying an unusually large calf, perhaps a future titan of the herd. But the park's seasoned veterinarians and rangers with decades of experience sensed something atypical. They decided to intensify their monitoring, scheduling twice-daily checks to observe Thandi's health and behavior. Thandi was a beloved figure in Kruger, her gentle disposition making her a favorite among the rangers and visitors alike. Her calm presence often drew curious onlookers during guided tours, her massive frame moving gracefully despite her condition. The staff, aware of the risks her pregnancy posed, poured their hearts into ensuring her safety. They hoped for a smooth delivery, but the sheer size of her belly sparked uncertainty, fueling both curiosity and concern about what lay ahead. A month before Thandi's expected due date, a veteran ranger named Sifo proposed the GPS collar. Sifo, who had dedicated over 25 years to Kruger, knew the park's elephant herds like old friends. He vividly remembered Thandi as a playful calf, always trailing her mother through the dust, her tiny trunk swinging with curiosity. Over time, she had grown into a cornerstone of her herd, her gentle interactions with other elephants and even humans earning her widespread affection. Sifo's suggestion to track Thandi stemmed from his deep understanding of her importance and the risks her pregnancy presented. "She's special," he told his team, his voice carrying the weight of years spent in the wild. "We can't take any chances." Thandi's pregnancy cast a quiet tension over the park. The rangers organized day and night shifts, taking turns to monitor her movements across the savanna. They used binoculars to watch her from a distance, noting every detail: how she drank from the Sabi River, how she rested in the shade of marula trees, how her steps grew slower as her belly expanded. The team set up a mobile observation post near Thandi's favorite grazing grounds, equipped with medical supplies, water, and communication devices to respond to any emergency. Sifo, ever meticulous, prepared a specialized kit for assisting with a potential difficult birth, including sedatives and tools for newborn care. "If she needs me, I'll be there," he said, his determination evident in his steady gaze. As Thandi's due date approached, her belly seemed to hold an untold story, its size both awe-inspiring and worrisome. She moved less frequently, often standing still for hours under the broad canopies of knobthorn trees, her trunk swaying gently as if soothing herself. Her soft groans, audible even from a distance, hinted at the immense weight she carried. The rangers, including Sifo, grew increasingly vigilant, their observation post now a hub of quiet anticipation. They whispered among themselves, wondering what challenges the birth might bring. Some speculated about complications, while others held on to hope that Thandi's strength would carry her through. One crisp morning, as the sun painted the savanna in hues of amber, a patrol team radioed that Thandi had remained stationary on a patch of open grassland for over 2 hours. Sifo's instincts kicked in. He gathered a small crew, loaded their vehicle with equipment, and set out across the park. The drive was tense, the vehicle bouncing over uneven terrain as they passed herds of impala and a lone giraffe nibbling at a treetop. In the distance, they spotted a male elephant standing watchfully near Thandi, his ears fanned out in a protective stance. "That's her mate," Sifo murmured, his voice calm but firm. We need to be gentle. When they reached Thandi, they found her lying on her side, her massive belly rising and falling with heavy breaths. Her eyes, usually bright with curiosity, were clouded with fatigue and pain. Saifo approached slowly, his voice low and soothing as he spoke to her, a habit formed over years of working with elephants. Remarkably, Thandi responded, her ears twitching as if recognizing his presence. She showed no signs of aggression, allowing Sifo to draw closer. Sensing the urgency, he made a critical decision to administer a labor-inducing drug to help Thandi through what appeared to be a difficult delivery. The injection was a delicate process, requiring precision to avoid distressing the 4-ton elephant. Thandi's groans grew louder, her body trembling with the intensity of her contractions. Saifo's heart pounded as he placed a reassuring hand on her rough, wrinkled skin, whispering words of encouragement. About 40 minutes later, the first calf emerged, its tiny body wriggling in the grass. The team erupted in quiet cheers, their relief palpable as the newborn took its first breaths and nuzzled toward its mother. But Thandi's pained expression didn't fade. Her groans persisted, and her belly still seemed taut. Saifo, guided by instinct, placed his hand on her side, feeling the rhythmic contractions that hadn't ceased. In a moment of clarity, he realized something extraordinary. Thandi might be carrying twins, a phenomenon so rare in African elephants it was almost mythical. His pulse raced with a mix of awe and apprehension. Twin births were a 1 in a million event, and the risks to both mother and calves were significant. Saifo steadied himself, patting Thandi gently to urge her on. She groaned, her tail lashing the ground as she pushed through the pain. The team watched in tense silence, their eyes fixed on the struggling mother. 15 minutes later, the second calf emerged. It was a historic moment for the Kruger team. They had never witnessed such an event in the park's long history. Joy swept through the group as if they had been gifted a miracle. The morning light bathed the scene in a soft glow, casting long shadows across the savannah. Saifo knelt beside the calves, carefully drying them with cloths and checking their vitals. Both were healthy, their small bodies warm and their breathing steady. Thandi, though visibly exhausted, seemed to find relief after the second birth. Her breathing slowed and her eyes softened, reflecting a quiet strength. She lifted her trunk, gently caressing her newborns, a tender gesture that brought smiles to the team's faces. The male elephant, who had kept his distance, now approached cautiously, his massive frame looming protectively over the new family. Sifo signaled for the team to step back, giving the elephant space to bond. The male raised his trunk, a gesture the rangers interpreted as gratitude, and the moment felt sacred. From the surrounding bush, the rest of Thandi's herd emerged, their slow, deliberate steps signaling their shared joy. The elephants formed a loose circle around Thandi and her calves, their trunks swaying in quiet celebration. With her mate's support, Thandi slowly rose to her feet, her movements deliberate as she adjusted to her new role as a mother of two. The calves stumbled beneath her, their wobbly legs struggling to find balance. Their clumsy attempts to stand drew soft laughter from the team, who watched with affection. Sifo's heart swelled with pride. He had assisted countless animals in his career, but this twin birth was a first, a moment that would define his legacy in Kruger. He placed a hand over his chest, silently thanking the wild for allowing him to witness such a wonder. Thandi nudged her calves closer, guiding them with her trunk as they took their first unsteady steps. Her mate wrapped his trunk around her, creating a poignant image of an elephant family united. A gentle breeze swept through the savannah, carrying the earthy scent of grass and the distant call of a fish eagle. The scene felt timeless, a testament to the beauty and resilience of nature. When Thandi appeared stable, Sifo and the team retreated to their vehicle, their hearts full. Saifo radioed the base, his voice thick with emotion as he announced the twin birth. Cheers crackled through the radio, the team back at camp overjoyed that Thandi had come through safely. The herd gathered closer, their trunks raised as if acknowledging the human's care. Sifo smiled, his eyes lingering on the elephant family before he started the vehicle and drove slowly away, leaving them to their new beginning. In his heart, this moment would remain etched forever, a vivid reminder of the bond between humans and the wild. Far across the savannah, Thandi and her twin calves moved together, their silhouettes framed against the horizon, a symbol of hope and the enduring wonders of Kruger.